Like what?
Hand injuries,
Oh, sure.
trash fires,
Oh, that stuff.
all that
happens
stuff.
the
Just
time.
it baffles me.
all the time. Well, people light fireworks while they're hanging on to them,
I don't get that.
right? Like I'm just that seems like a bad idea.
My boys know the rule is every firework must be on the ground.
Yeah.
Not in hand.
Even a Roman candle?
Not in hand. We didn't even do those. We didn't even do
No,
those.
Elijah, we're
Because,
not doing Roman candle wars.
Yeah, that's what happens at my house.
Yeah, not doing that.
Ready, set, go.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Look at this guy, man.
Yeah.
You had Roman
He's
candle
just
fights, didn't you?
I
Well, it's his
personally-
favorite holiday. By the
Yeah,
way.
of
It's his
course.
completely his favorite holiday.
I personally did not.
You watched them.
I witnessed some.
But you definitely were. We're not discouraging the behavior.
Not at all. But
No.
welcome.
No, I
man.
was not.
No, he just says no.
Welcome, man. Welcome, man. Well, but boy, talking about fireworks, let's just talk World Cup while we are there. My goodness. The knockout stage has been after that first match we talked about, Canada and whoever it was.
South Africa.
Now it's gotten elite.
Mm-hmm.
It has gotten 100% elite when you look at some of the results that have happened going back a few days because we've been gone. We were off Friday. Let me go back here and go back. Let's go back to the 4th.
Well,
Morocco. Go ahead.
Can we start off with Friday night, Argentina and Cape Verde?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's what
I was going.
up,
Back that
up
far.
until maybe last night. That felt like the game of the tournament.
It did. Oh my goodness.
You had extra time. Argentina scores first. You go, okay, it's been a good run for Cape Verde. They're able to get a goal across the line, send it to extra time. We're in extra time. Oh, Argentina scores again. You think, okay, well, that's it for Cape Verde. One of the best goals I have ever seen scored by Cape Verde up into the perfect upper 90 corner of the goal.
That thing was
Ties it at 2.
That was elite.
And then it's heartbreak. It's the own goal for Cape Verde that allows Argentina to win it. But what a performance. What a team from an island nation with a tiny population.
I mean, their first
to go
trip to
toe-to-toe with Messi. That Argentina team is good enough to win the whole thing this year.
Yes.
And they almost got eliminated by a Cape Verde team that no one could have even told you where Cape Verde was on a map coming into this
And
tournament.
crazy enough.
I still don't know where it is.
I couldn't tell you.
It's off the west coast of Africa.
That's one of those matches, by the way, as you've seen how it went down. Argentina might be a little wake-up call and be like, all right, we're that good. We need to step it up and keep focused and winning the whole thing. Because there's a lot of these teams that are out. We already mentioned early on when Germany went out. Who else went out the same day? Germany went out that day. There was 2 top 10 teams go out early on in the round of 32. But now you're getting more as we progress through this.
Germany and Netherlands.
And that's it was. Germany and Netherlands both go out in that round of 32. It just kept giving you more. Morocco, they go up and up in Canada after their first round win 3-0. France, Paraguay, another good one. That thing comes on an Mbappe penalty kick. That's all they get in this one. Boy, Paraguay was making me mad.
Yeah.
They're irritating. They make me so mad.
Can you believe they made it out of that match without being assessed a single yellow card? Not a single one.
Not one. And it drives me nuts.
France had 3.
Because all Paraguay is trying to do is entice them to foul.
It
just was ugly.
It's the old coaching adage you hear all the time. It's never the guy who starts it that gets penalized. It's the guy that reacts.
Yes.
And Paraguay is the one starting it. France are the ones reacting, and France gets 3 yellow cards. Paraguay gets 0. Poor officiating. The better team won that game.
Yes.
Glad France moved on.
It's one of those teams you're just like, you're glad Paraguay's not moving on. Because I couldn't watch any more of that.
They got exactly what they wanted in that game. They wanted a 0-0 final and try and get to PKs. It was kind of it's kind of bush league a little bit.
Mbappe had a great quote after the game where he said Paraguay tried to drag us down into the, I'll use the term human excrement here. Said Paraguay tried to drag us down into the human excrement. He said we were comfortable putting our hands in the human excrement. That was his quote after the game.
Well said.
Yeah.
Good for him. Hey, how do the yellow cards work in these rounds with the knockout rounds?
They've been reset back to 0, but it's again the same. If you accumulate 2, automatic 1-match suspension, unless FIFA decides they just don't want to suspend somebody.
Hey, we're going to get to that.
Fair and reasonable. Fair and reasonable.
The world is PO'd.
Yeah. Wow.
Yesterday might have been one of the most electric days in the entire tournament. When you look at it, especially the knockout stages. Boy, Norway and Brazil, 2-1. Wow.
Erling Haaland, take a bow.
Yes. I mean,
is he at 6 goals now or 7? in the World Cup? I think he's at 6.
7.
7. Okay. Firmly in the Golden Boot race. I believe he has
They're
now
all at 7.
he
There's
has
3
now
of 'em.
scored in the last 11 straight competitive matches for Norway.
What?
So the last 11 competitive matches that Norway has played in, Erling Haaland has scored in all of them.
Really?
Scores 2 yesterday, the winner, and then the most casual outside of the box banger goal I've ever seen, where he just kind of takes one step, fires it, bottom corner, sends Brazil home. Brazil is in heartbreak today. The round of 16.
Well,
For most countries, that's a great place to be, but I believe this is the earliest they've been eliminated from a World Cup in over 30 years.
and then also
Brazilian
afterwards.
players in tears. This Brazilian generation will be known with their football heritage, soccer heritage, whatever you want to call it. This will be known as the most disappointing generation of Brazilian soccer.
Yep.
Lots of stars, but this is the generation the last 20 years that was unable to win a World Cup.
Yep. Also, after the match, another star says he won't be playing for Brazil anymore. Neymar is retiring from Brazil.
Wait,
I
from
say-
Brazil or retiring?
From Brazil.
From Brazil.
Yeah, that's always
That's like
so
not.
interesting
That's
to
like
me.
retirement, not retiring.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a
right?
free agent.
Like, yeah.
It's just him saying, I'm not going to be back in 4 years for the World Cup. My career will be over by then.
Yeah, I'm done.
One, he barely played this tournament.
Yep.
He's washed at this point. And he kind of made a fool of himself at the end of the game
yeah.
yesterday, too.
So,
He comes in, scores the penalty, and while he's doing that, he's talking trash to the goalie. You're down 2-0, bro.
bro, move on.
Scores the goal. He goes and like shoulder checks a Norwegian player, and then 2 minutes later, he's crying on the field because they lost. What a clown.
Beat it, nerd.
Yeah.
In the nightcap last night, maybe again, like you mentioned earlier, maybe the Cape Verde was going to be the best match. This trumped it all last night with England getting a huge 3-2 victory against Mexico in Mexico City.
I mean,
My goodness.
After Mexico's fans kept the English players up all night, lighting off
Yes.
fireworks and
Yeah,
playing music
baby.
outside the hotel, and they
They knew what they were
England
doing.
had reserved rooms at 15 different hotels to try to hide where they were staying. Like, geez,
not going to work.
What a nightmare!
Yeah, no, but then the kickoff time gets delayed an hour because of rain. So they're like playing in rain down in Mexico City. I mean, it was. I thought the Mexicans that seemed to be more likely to score throughout that game. And then it's Jude Bellingham, back-to-back goals, 90 seconds from each other, completely turns the game on its head whenever you thought Mexico had been the better team. And then a red card for England, straight red, deserved. This was not the Flo Balogun challenge. Straight red sends them off. And you think, okay, Mexico has life, excuse me. They're on 2-1 at that point.
Mhm.
And then here comes England a couple minutes later. They get a penalty in the box, make it 3-1. And despite the fact that Mexico got it within a goal shortly thereafter, the last 20 minutes of that game, England defended for their lives, down to 10 men. Mexico kind of lost some of their creativity and they lose the game. But fantastic. They subbed off what's his name?
Quinones.
Yes, he subbed off Quinones, and they just had no creative threat from that point on. Their game became send it out wide, whip in crosses, hope we get lucky.
I think they put up a stat that they did 49 crosses in that game. England did 7, and England scored 3 goals. It was a weird strategy.
one.
I kept watching the same thing over and over again. I was like, you have the advantage here. You have more players on the field.
Take advantage.
and it's not working.
And
Do something else.
They were just sending it wide, whipping in across, and England would head it away. England had the size advantage in the box.
Yep. They had the better defenders.
And they brought in 2 tall guys with Stones and with Byrne, and they're able to hold on 3-2. And then they go and sing Wonderwall with their fans in the opposing
incredible.
stadium. So,
But today,
I will say, I do not know if, let's see, what's the best way to put this? If you would have given me how that game went going into it, England gets it down to 10 men, Mexico controls like 70% possession. I
man.
would have thought Mexico won that game. They didn't.
for sure, they didn't.
That's credit. Hat tip to England. Take some I'll say it. Take some balls to go down to 10 men in that stadium and hold on for a victory.
Well, I tell you what.
And they were down for like 30 minutes, right? They were down for a long time,
Mhm.
10 minutes.
I think it was the 55th minute he got
Yep.
sent off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
35 minutes. And
They
then, not
escaped.
to mention 11 minutes of added time at the end of the game.
England escapes. England hangs on. They hang tough. They're going to move on. Tonight does not change. A couple of great matches tonight will be keyed on one. First of all, at 1 o'clock today, you'll get Portugal and Spain today, which For all intents and purposes, should be another great match. But we're going to focus on the 7 o'clock match tonight. United States, Belgium. They get back on the pitch. A lot. You see the matchup. We'll talk about the matchup, but a lot of this is around the, let's in quotes, the controversial red card reversal of this one, how it went down, how it became involved. A lot of countries out there saying this is the worst thing that ever happened. What does it mean going forward for red cards? United States will have their top goal scorer back on the pitch tonight at 7 o'clock.
Well, in the Belgium and UEFA, the European governing body for soccer, have now put in an appeal to FIFA on this, which is
they've lawyered up,
and it's supposed to be decided at some point today officially. FIFA's made the decision.
I don't think you see it changing.
Yeah, it's an independent, quote unquote, judge that's going to come in and rule on this case. Listen, FIFA's made their decision. He's going to be available. That's how I feel about this. FIFA did not give very good rationale for why they overturned the red card. And I think it's because they don't want to admit that anything that they did was wrong. But it was incorrect use of the VAR in an already shaky decision. And
that's what I was going to say. Do you think this came back to them going back, all right, we'll review it, and went back, wait a minute?
It came down to two factors for me. One, it was a soft red and an incorrect use of the VAR to overturn it. But then secondly, that was the most watched American soccer telecast ever last week. And FIFA wants those sweet, sweet viewership numbers. They want that American audience.
Yeah.
It's great for FIFA the further the United States goes, because we've talked about it before on this show. The United States is the last great untapped soccer market for FIFA.
Yep.
It's the last one that they can get into and really change the game. If you can get millions of Americans on board with watching the World Cup, the money starts rolling in.
And know
Simple
what
as that.
FIFA likes
Money.
They love money.
It's their favorite thing.
It is their favorite thing. They love it over rules. Big time. Love it over rules, right?
Yeah, there's no precedent for this to happen. No precedent whatsoever. If the shoe was on the other foot and Belgium had a player become eligible after a red card, the United States would be up in arms. The United States would be appealing. But it's not. This is great for the United States. It's great for FIFA because it gives them a better chance to make more money as this tournament rolls forward. And love it or hate it, there are going to be a lot of eyes in this game tonight because of the decision.
Yeah.
So give me thoughts on the match tonight from all of you guys, as the United States will be taking on Belgium tonight. And how does the U.S. advance in this one?
They
Besides
score
scoring more goals.
Oh,
I knew you were going there. I tried to get it out before you said it.
Almost like
the home crowd's going to be fired up.
I think this is a game where it comes down to the United States midfield. The back line's been really good. The attackers have been really good. It's the workhorse midfield that I think needs to put in some work for him with Tillman, with Tyler Adams, with Weston McKennie. Those three guys have been all over the field all tournament long, running themselves into the ground, and I say that in a good way. They are relentless. They are bulldogs in the midfield. They need to go own the midfield tonight. Simple as that. You cannot have a Belgium team that plays through your midfield. Your midfield has to be stoppers. Belgium is trying to build up. Your midfield needs to go win the ball back, and then they need to be comfortable in possession. They've been doing that all tournament long. It starts and ends with the midfield because Belgium's midfield, I actually consider a weak part of their team, despite the fact they have Kevin De Bruyne. It's been up and down for Belgium this run. I think the United States has a big opportunity in the midfield to take control of this game. That's where I'm going to be circling. What type of performances do you get from Tillman, McKennie, and Adams? Are they winning possession in the midfield? Are they advancing it up to the attackers? They can do those two things. I like the United States' chances. If Belgium's able to get the ball comfortably in their attack with Tielemans and with Romelu Lukaku, guys up top, they're dangerous. Belgium's holding possession. It gets really concerning for the United States, but what the United States does is they play a high-pressure system. They're going to be running all over. They're going to make sure that nobody for Belgium has time and space to operate and get creative. And that starts with me with the midfield is keep them out of attack, hold possession, and make sure you can get the ball up to your attackers to go do what your attackers do. Pulisic has been
amazing,
hard to deal with out wide.
Yep.
Balogun always finds himself in the right place in the middle to score goals. Serginho Dest has been doing great getting forward. You keep that rolling if your midfield wins the ball for you and keeps Belgium from just holding possession. Can't score if you don't have the ball.
A lot going on in the World Cup as tonight, 7 o'clock. Again, Portugal and Spain will go 2 o'clock. Sorry, 2 o'clock. Portugal, Spain will go.
That should be a really, really good game.
Really good game as well. Tonight, 7 o'clock. A couple of those matches. Now we're starting to see the top 8 start to take take a full because coming up Thursday, I mean, you'll get more games tomorrow, but France and Morocco back at each other coming up. Norway, England.
Ooh, that's gonna be really good.
I think when I just say it, you get excited. Norway, England.
Yeah,
could be really good. So,
do you think we get? And we're all football fans here. We know what happens whenever you play a Monday night football game in Seattle. Do you get that type of environment tonight?
And then some, baby.
Monday night football in Seattle might be one of the most imposing road venues in all of football. With that 12th man, it gets loud up there, specifically for a primetime game. Can the Seattle fans bring that same energy to Belgium?
I mean, I bet you probably do because you've got nothing else going on this time of year, right? I mean, nobody's watching baseball, right? There's only 162 of those games.
We'll talk baseball.
There's only one of these. So I think you get that kind of atmosphere tonight.
I mean, hey, I know soccer players think they've played in some scary environments, and there are some scary environments out there. But I don't know if they've experienced a Monday night in Seattle in terms of American sports culture, professional sports. You don't get scary environments in that. They get loud up there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it shakes the earth. We all remember the beast quake.
It'd be awesome.
It's going to feel special.
If you can get that environment tonight,
it's going to feel real special there for sure. So that's 7:00 tonight on Fox. Tune in for a little America tonight. So let's take our first break. Let's come back and we're going to talk a little LeBron because that's the big story in the NBA right now. And apparently there's 10 landing spots. Now everybody wants in on the LeBron sweepstakes. How about that? What it means and a whole lot more when we return. Just like buzzing at my house today. What is happening? Oh, baby.
Oh, my leagues.
Oh, my.
My fantasy leagues draft order has been set this morning.
Oh, don't unveil it yet.
I haven't looked at it yet because I just got somebody texted me a trade option.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, good.
Bad option. Not a good trade. Are you thinking about it? You contemplating?
Well, I've the trade option is interesting to me.
I see. I like where this is going.
I have the last pick, but it's Snake, so that means I get the first pick of the second round.
I know. How many people?
12. And I've been offered a straight swap for the number 3 position.
Straight. That's because they want to take that double.
Yeah.
Their team must be pretty good so far. Then they don't care about being last. Is it a keeper? It's not a keeper, right?
Not a keeper.
Well, got to weigh out what's at 3. Your one pick, because you'll pick 3 and what? A lot more, 15-ish? No, more than that.
3 and 19.
Yeah, 3 and 19. 3 and 19 versus
12 and 13.
12 and 13. Boy, that was quick.
12 and 13, but then 36.
Yeah.
Or 30. Is that mathing? Yeah.
You got to come all the way. Yep. Jesus. It's a lot. Here we go.
I even tried to bribe my commissioner for the number 1 pick.
I didn't know this has even started, that we're getting position check.
My league takes this seriously.
The 12 individuals in the league getting their keeper. Which usually takes.
We're drafting Sunday, September 6th at 7 p.m. at my house. 62 days away. Who's counting?
A lot of us are.
The fact there are already trades coming out for it.
That's amazing.
Impressive.
Somebody already thought about this. They
didn't. No one wants.
That was a trade. Didn't matter who was at last. That person was going to trade 3 to 12 straight up.
Mm-hmm.
No thoughts.
What's the punishment for last place?
Tattoo.
Oh, boy.
The letter L. Doesn't have to be very large, but you should have to get the letter L.
How many years has this been going?
4. So we have 4 different L tattoos in the league.
Well, really?
Won't forget the man who died. Welcome back in the morning hookup. Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great fourth weekend. Got to listen to all the American music. Corner said had 2 cakes tip over. I hate that. Yeah, I hate that, man. Ooh, y'all said I bet Elijah gets the tattoo this year.
Yeah, we're talking during the commercial break. My fantasy football draft order has been revealed.
Wow, it's so early.
Trade offers have been coming. I am picking 12th out of a 12-man league. Which means I have the last pick of the first round, but the first pick of the second round. As it stands right now, I will listen to some trade offers. We'll see. I'm going to run some mock drafts probably a little later today and see what I can do.
Hey, going back to World Cup,
I know, right? It's a really fun. The next 60 days before our draft get really fun because you can do like
all the moving and the shaking going on.
Well, you can have other league members step in and do a mock draft with you.
Oh, really?
So you can get some very valuable information. But what becomes fun about those mock drafts is whenever you have your league mates in there, you also have to throw some smoke screens up a little bit and draft some players that you're actually not interested in, make them think you're interested in them. And the computer fills out the other spots. So yeah,
this is special.
I will hit a lot of mock drafts with a lot of different league members here in the coming weeks to try to get some information.
So obviously the
like collusion,
loser, right, gets the tattoo.
Yeah.
Right. But what's the winner? What's the prize pool?
I think it's $1,200.
Yeah, $100 a guy. Yeah.
There's a lot of moving and shaking going on here.
That's a lot of effort put in there. I love it. Yeah, reeks of effort, but that's okay.
We've been
doing it.
We've been doing this league since 7th grade.
Since 7th grade?
7th grade we've been doing
with the same 12 guys.
There's been a few changes.
Yeah.
There's a few people early on that we were like, yeah, this league isn't for you.
Yeah.
But we've had it set with these 10 guys since sophomore year of high school, or these 12 guys since sophomore year of high school.
That's a good
That's actually super impressive. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It was like 5 years ago.
That was 11 now.
11 years ago.
11 years with the same guys. When is that? 15 total years in the league now?
That's really good, actually. That's actually super impressive. That's really the best part of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand why you get together and do mock drafts and do other things together because it's just hanging out with the boys.
And people fly in from across the country back into Lincoln for this fantasy football draft. It's also the same weekend as the first Husker home game. So you should fly in, first Husker game of the year.
Where do you do your draft at is the question.
My house.
At your house.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you cooking? That's the second question.
We're gonna do some pulled pork. We're gonna do some chips and queso, some nachos. Buddy Patrick usually brings a buffalo chicken dip. And then league loser also has to bring a keg.
So it's beer provided by the loser.
Forgot about that.
You get an L and an L.
Nice.
An L tattoo, and you're bringing a keg.
That's
nice.
Impressive.
Now, do you guys tap the keg before or after the draft takes place?
Before.
Yeah, because all the right decisions are made under the influence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It helps the later rounds go a little quicker.
I bet it does.
Go back to World Cup right quick. Did you guys see the England defender freak accident?
Broke his arm jumping over the
Jordan Henderson. He had an incredible performance yesterday.
Henderson fell over the advertising boards.
0 minutes, a yellow card, and broke his arm.
Yeah, 0 minutes, a yellow card, and broke his arm.
Incredible. I saw him like, wait a minute.
That's a work comp injury, by the way, just in case. I don't know if they've got that in England. But
he plays for Liverpool. You know they're going to be upset about this. Not that he's like a rotational. Used to be a starter game in, game out for him. Now it's kind of a rotational veteran off the bench. But celebrating a win, they're singing Wonderwall. He jumps over the advertising boards and snaps his arm and has to be stretchered off the field.
I love it. That's good work. It's good work.
Mm-hmm. Luckily in soccer, you don't use your arms all that much. So,
I mean, let's be real. He ain't playing.
No. He's there for the vibes and the leadership.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing. He probably gets shipped home, honestly.
Probably.
I'll go get treatment back home with his team doctors as opposed to American doctors.
He probably gets shipped home.
They're going to want him back.
Yep.
Say, hey, we need you back. We can take care of you here. You're under contract with us. We're going to make sure you get the best care possible.
Yeah, bring the first alternate. Got to go. Somebody else.
Boy, that guy fell over. He's like, yep, pack your bags.
Pack your bags, boys.
My turn.
It's Masters Week with the guy just sitting there like, maybe it's going to be my turn.
Yeah.
Like Brooks Koepka at every signature event this year.
Just hoping.
Just drinking an Arnold Palmer just hanging out, waiting on somebody to fall out.
Waiting for somebody to try to jump over the advertising boards and break their arm.
Well, there we go. Speaking of some fallout, man, LeBron James.
I like that.
Last
fallout.
week. Yeah, fallout. Speaking of that, LeBron James, last week everybody got word that he's opting out, will not be a Laker next year. Moving on from the Lakers, a day after Bronny James signs, which probably doesn't mean a whole lot, but he signs back with the Lakers. A lot of people thought maybe Bronny's signing back. maybe meant LeBron, but no, he'll be a free agent. His 24th season will be somebody else after 8 years with the Lakers. There's a list of 10. Rich Paul sent out a list of 10. I bring up this list, obviously, because there's teams on there. Where does LeBron end up? How does it change the balance of where he ends up? Because this list has both East Coast implications and West Coast implications. By the way, on this list is both of your favorite teams.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's 10.
There's 10.
It's a third of the league.
It's a third of the league, but there is this. Like we'll talk about your teams first, and maybe the likelihood of where he ends up. The 4, they got him at 4. The commentary on CBS Sports says one of the favorite dark horse teams for James doesn't just get mentioned up on the board, but the full lineup from Paul are the Denver Nuggets.
The Denver Nuggets are in cap hell. The question is, what other moves would they make to try to free this up? If there is interest from LeBron, I'd expect to see the Nuggets try to move on from probably a guy like Jamal Murray.
Yep.
The Nuggets need reshaping. That was clear with the way the Timberwolves beat them this year. They tried to reshape their roster last year, shipped out Michael Porter Jr. I don't think they got better. They're just kind of searching for answers right now. But the opportunity to play with Nikola Jokic kind of always keeps them around that top of the West conversation. Be an interesting move to reshape the lineup. I wouldn't put the Nuggets at the top of the board right now, but if there is legitimate interest from LeBron, I think the Nuggets got to see what they can do. And also, I probably would be getting a LeBron James Denver Nuggets jersey if that were to happen.
I know you would.
For that 1 year, 2 years, whatever it ends up being, probably one. Now, is LeBron, to me, at this point in his career, a number 2 option for a team like the Nuggets? Probably shouldn't be. A 3 option maybe would be great. If you go straight switch and you ship out Jamal Murray and sign LeBron James, I don't know that the Nuggets get a whole lot better. If they even do get better, there'd have to be other moves they'd have to make. Mm-hmm. So that's why I don't put them at the top of my list, because they are not one guy like LeBron away from making a title run.
Yeah, and I don't think this are listed in any particular order. The Celtics are on this list, YZ, and it seems less likely, not a lot of talk about it, but a lot of this is going to be based on where LeBron wants to end up, because I think teams can probably try to make things work if they can get it to work. Celtics probably least likely.
I think there's just more options that make sense for him, like a homecoming with Miami or a homecoming with Cleveland, or playing with his friends over in Golden State. I just see that happening.
Playing with his friends. I like you say it that way. Playing with his friends.
I just see that happening more than him. Like, what incentive does Bron have to come to Boston and finish his career there?
Well, that's the question: is what does LeBron? Is LeBron actually searching for another title, or is LeBron searching to go play with his friends for 1 year before he rides off into the sunset? That's kind of my question here.
Yeah, I mean, and you'll know exactly what the answer is based on how much money he gets paid, right? Like,
who's got the most and willing to dish it out for an aging star?
Well, or is he willing to play on a cheap contract for a championship team?
I mean, if he wants to just go play with his friends, he should also take a cheap contract, right? Like, let's be honest. What else does he have to prove?
And how much more money does he need in the bank?
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's another title. He's chasing another title.
I can't speak to his finances, but it would appear from the outside looking in that he's doing fine for himself.
Yep. A couple other intriguing teams is kind of just
wait, based on his career earnings, he better be doing fine for himself. Yeah.
Do you think I think the most interesting thing I heard them talk about was if the Knicks hadn't won, he would have went to the Knicks, but they won. Now New York is less likely to be a destination.
I think he'd have to go on the veteran minimum if he was going to New York, because their cap space is full, and I don't see them shipping people off to get LeBron in. They already have a championship team.
Well, yeah, I was going to say I don't need LeBron. We did it. We didn't have him. We did it.
Is LeBron willing to go take $500,000 to play next year? I think is that the veteran minimum still?
I think it's probably somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
Deep discount.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, if you want to go win a title.
It's about rings, right?
I mean, they've been doing it in the NBA forever now, where they go and form super teams and do all this kind of stuff, right? It's not like hasn't been done before. So, I mean, you're going to be 42 years old by the end of the next season, right? Like, turns out that ain't super young, and you're still playing at a high level, right? But it's oh no, the NBA, the minimum for a veteran with 10 or more years of experience is 3.9.
Oh, okay. Oh,
what?
Tons of money.
Yeah. I just looked that up, right? So it turns out, like, I mean, still a fair bit. It's not the $40+ million a year that some of those guys getting paid for the max, right? But still, I mean, I'll take that deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do radio for the veteran minimum.
Oh yeah. I'll
Easy.
do.
Hey, we do.
Yeah. No kidding, right?
Just some thoughts. What the balance looks like for LeBron. Few thoughts out there. There are, like I said, you mentioned Miami and Cleveland. Could be some reunions going on there. A couple teams that I think are really interesting. They got the 76ers and the T-Wolves. Those are real interesting stops, as those teams, or if they end up getting LeBron, could change the balance of either the East or the West. If you look at Philadelphia, they were to add LeBron to what they already have there. With getting Brown come from Boston, changes that landscape. If you get a guy like LeBron, a little bit size, over to Minnesota with Edwards, Ball, and the supporting cast of Gobert, it changes the balance in both of those teams and both of those conferences.
There's a lot. And it just simply put, a lot of great landing spots for LeBron. We just don't know what he wants. Like T-Wolves, great spot to go and maybe challenge for a title out of that West. Well, I'd say if you're LeBron, you want to challenge for a title, you'd probably go for the East. East is an easier path at this point, but more superstars to play with in the West. Does LeBron want to take a guy like Anthony Edwards under his wing? I don't know personality-wise how well those two guys would mesh, but it'd be a really interesting lineup.
Is it that or day-to-day with the Ball characters?
That as well. We
How
shall
much
see.
of that? How much of that do you want to deal with?
It'll be interesting to follow this saga. And if I know anything about LeBron, I know that he'll take his sweet time and try to get all the attention and everyone telling them how much they want LeBron.
That's a great way to put it. Saga.
This will be a saga. This will not be a quick decision.
He wants to make.
Well,
it
he's taking up golf though, so I mean, he's got a little less time to think about it now.
Yeah.
He's spending time on the course.
Which cities have the best golf courses for LeBron to go play?
I mean, I'm pretty sure
Minnesota's
LeBron can go
Minnesota's
play anywhere.
Minnesota's cold during the season, so it ain't gonna happen.
No.
Yeah, good point.
Philly, same way.
But Steph is a really good golfer, right?
Golden
Steph
State
Curry.
sounds like a good golfing place
Yes,
during the
I am.
season.
Steph can take you under his wing, teach you how to golf during the off season. Great golf courses in the Bay Area.
Probably gonna need a slightly different swing. I mean, Steph's not. How tall is Steph Curry?
Like 6'4".
Is he really?
Yeah,
He seems so little compared to all those other
He
guys.
is.
It just
6'4".
Is it 6'3"?
it messes with you, right?
What's
Seeing
the
him next to
real-
those giants.
Give me the legit.
Uh,
Now
not
is
the
this
program.
like a
he's 6'3" with shoes.
6'3" with shoes? All right, yeah. So is it like a? I still always go back and laugh at when Hooks and I were there at the Nebraska ball introductory, like their first game thing.
Yep.
And out came the Easley kid, and they're like, "Oh,
At 6 foot
6'12".
Yeah.
And everybody's sitting there going, "Dude, that kid's 6'2". We all saw him play in high school, right?"
Hooksy's taller than him.
Yes. Hey,
And
how
then
are
the
you?
next guy comes out, and they're like, "At 8'4", and he's the same height.
Same height. The programs are always good to us.
It's just like,
Was your program accurate?
mine was actually super accurate. I think it had me down at 5'11" and 240. So it was actually, if anything,
Fullbacks,
it
they
was
give all the
underplaying
Fullbacks
my
get
height.
all the stuff.
Yeah, I'm 5'11" and 7/8.
Whoa,
I'd like
that's
to say.
rounded up.
Round that thing up. That gets rounded up to 6 feet. I don't care what anybody
Spoken like a
says.
true doctor. Down to the.
That gets rounded up. Although now my neck's starting to hurt more, so maybe I'm about back down to
Back down.
5'11".
Back down there. So
you hit the shrinking point in life.
Haven't measured myself
you've hit
in
that
20
point.
years, so turns
All
out
right,
I'll
man.
probably get shorter.
Good stuff. LeBron James, the saga continues, and we'll have updates as we have them. So let's take another break. Come back with more with the Dr. Dane Todd. All right. Athletic stint that is fancy running strong since 1995. That's a run right there, buddy.
That is a run.
31 years.
I did fantasy 2 years, and I was just god awful at it. Got put in a league that was a keeper league that was, and I was like, this was so bad.
Your first league should not be a keeper league, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you out with that. Nope.
A long running league is great if you're a keeper league, but if it's your first time playing fantasy football and you get thrown into a keeper league,
You got no chance.
no.
You got no chance.
No. Especially, was it an already established league?
Mhm.
Oh, so then you're taking over somebody's spot with his keepers?
Oh,
yeah.
no,
I
No,
did
they
that.
were added in. I didn't have any keepers.
Oh,
yeah.
you're done for.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no.
I did that one.
No, you're gonna have a bad time.
I had to do that with my league I got in. It took me about 4 to 5 years to actually make an impact to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, which is there's no fun in playing fantasy for 4 years before you can make an impact.
Nope.
Yeah.
So my league turns over completely every single year. This is what makes it fun, makes it exciting.
Wait, so here's the question, though. So obviously, you guys are doing the tattoo thing now. So that's a new development in the last 4 years, right?
Yeah.
What did you just read about other leagues doing that, and you guys finally got drunked up enough on the keg before the season that you guys?
I had pushed for it for a full off season, and some people were unwilling. And then the first year we established it, the first person got the tattoo, and then everyone's kind of like, that's kind of funny actually. And it's not he's the first guy is Jacob, just got a tiny little one on his thigh that you barely even notice if you weren't looking for it.
And it's continuous, all right? What if
if
back-to-back losses?
If I lose the league as opposed to getting multiple L tattoos, my first one, I'm gonna get the L tattoo with the year. So that way I just have to add years after that underneath the L.
That's the reason.
I'm thinking ahead.
That's reason.
We have plans to do this league for a while. First person in the league to pass away is going to get a trophy named after them that will then get passed around. So we already have plans in place for if somebody were to die.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
we have one guy who's willing to step in at the first death. So.
Oh, geez, you already have a backup.
Yeah, we have a guy ready on the bench. We have a 13th man.
Whoa.
You got to be prepared for these sorts of things.
Yeah, I guess.
Man,
that's
cutthroat.
That's super impressive.
Yeah, you got to be prepared for these sorts of things.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What if the 13th man dies?
Then it gets complicated.
You got to find a new 13th man.
This is true. We could find. I think we have a 14th guy that is ready and waiting. There'd be some divisiveness in the league about adding him, but we have a 13th man that's already been pretty much agreed to.
Welcome back in the morning hookup. Few moments left, hanging out with you guys as well as Dr. Dane Todd. DDT had the question come up, like, what sports you covering this year? Like on the high school level, because didn't you pick up like a few years ago, like Standing Bear, the Grizzlies?
Yeah, I'm still covering Standing Bear and Lincoln Southeast for the high school football. A few of us are actually going to kind of combine to cover Norris this year as well.
Are you still covering the top-rated gymnast at Nebraska?
Oh yeah, I still got those lovable idiots down there.
I love it.
They're fantastic. So heading down there tonight to do little training room stuff. But this summertime is great for me because turns out there's not a whole lot going on, right? And so everybody's kind of doing their own training, their own thing. All the college sports are done. There's no high school sports in session. So it's kind of a 2-month reprieve. I know that our athletic trainers that we employ through the office and that we work with throughout the city, and that's kind of their reprieve as well, and kind of like the teachers, right, where they're working day and night from the moment that fall football camp starts until the final. I don't know. I guess it'd be track or baseball, right? One of those two. And then they're working some camps and things in the summer, but otherwise, I mean, they're working 10, 12-hour days every single day and evenings and weekends all year long. And so they get a little break here in the summer too. And I'm kind of the same way where I've got a little break from covered events. So it's nice.
Nice. I can't wait to get to announce all your new stuff that's happening.
I know.
We're not there yet. I'm not
there yet.
It's a little ploy. Just throwing a little teaser.
I was sitting here today wondering
you're not ready
when we were going to be able to pull that off, but there is going to be some new stuff coming up that we'll announce.
We've been talking about this for a while. I have been hearing official radio advertisements now for the third location NOC.
Oh, nice. Wonderful. Perfect. Yeah.
I know we've been talking about that for a while, the northern location.
Yep. The Salt Creek location, that's up and running now. I've got I actually run a couple of clinics up there. My PA's run them for me when I'm in the OR. We've got a quick care out there, which is staffed and available for people. And we're working on a fourth location. We're working on We've got physical therapy
Hmm.
running at that new Salt Creek location. Currently, we're working on another location for that. And then we were working on something that's related to orthopedics, but not quite the same.
That's
Yeah.
a tease.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting. But I hope to be able to announce that sometime here in the next month. So
Get there. Can't wait for it.
yeah, it'd be
So,
awesome. It'd be awesome.
Orthopedics game show hosted
It's-
by Dane
Yeah, I
Todd.
know,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
baby.
it'll be great. It's like trivia night.
Jeopardy.
Trivia night.
It's
Yeah.
Jeopardy hosted by Dane
Yeah,
Todd.
yeah. The
All
first
about
person to
orthopedics.
say the word fibia loses, right?
well, let's do a few this day in sports. I'm going to go way back. Well, this is crazy. It's been that long. 1933, Major League Baseball had its first All-Star game. AL wins 4-2 at Kaminsky Park in Chicago, and Babe Ruth hit his first All-Star home run in 1933.
Speaking of, we've had the All-Star game rosters revealed.
Yeah, we got those coming up.
Got
We'll
those
take
coming
a peek
up.
at those.
I thought maybe we
It's
could
like,
go there.
you know,
briefly.
those rosters are never about the roster. It's about the snubs. That's it.
Oh,
Talk
yeah,
snubs.
absolutely.
The popularity contest has happened, right? And then there's people on there that are hurt that aren't going to play, and then the snubs might get in.
Speaking of All-Stars, Hooksy,
Yep.
little quick tease here. We're working on getting the Lincoln Salt Dogs All-Stars in studio with us later this week. As the All-Star game coming to Lincoln,
Yes.
it's going to be broadcast here on KFOR, and we're going to try to get the Lincoln Salt Dogs All-Stars onto the morning hookup later this week. If we can get that secured, we'll let all the people at home know about when they can expect that.
That's right. There you go. We won't be the only stars sitting in the room anymore.
Should be noted, 3 All-Stars. 3 All-Stars for the Lincoln Salt Dogs this year. It was 2 selected right away, and then 1, Connor Bagneski, wins the last man in vote, but it was Zach McLeave and Jacob Morrow, the 2 Lincoln Salt Dogs starters, 1 pitcher, 1 position player, and then Connor Bagneski wins it on voting, the last man in. So 3 All-Stars for the Lincoln Salt Dogs.
Beautiful.
Nice. I will say the only other thing we didn't really talk about is Serena Williams going back to Wimbledon, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Lost that first match. Unfortunately, I had to pull out.
Did
right?
you see the knees? Like, do you see her post
Yeah.
of all the fluid? I mean, that's probably rightfully going to happen
I mean,
to an aging star
We're
returning.
not
Not
young
aging star,
anymore.
but a star that comes back and
yeah.
just tweaks it a little bit. You get the little fatty things in your legs and your arms and your all that, right?
Yeah, it all just starts hurting, man.
Mm.
And God, I can only imagine because tennis isn't it's a huge sport. People love tennis, right? And I'm not talking about pickleball, okay?
Mm.
Tennis, right? But there just aren't as many tennis players around as there are for the other sports and things, right? And so, but I can only imagine how hard that is on their knees and over time, right? With those hard courts they're constantly playing on, and the laterally based movements and the number of hours that they put into training
geez.
is insane. You go talk to those university kids who are tennis athletes, they are putting in more hours than pretty much anybody to work on their sport. It's borderline dumb.
It's tennis all day.
Borderline.
All the
every day.
time.
Borderline dumb.
Yeah. And so I can only imagine how beat up her knees are and everything else after all these years. Because, I mean, she's in her 40s, right? She was elite for a long time and then took a break from the sport. And it's just hard to come back from. I'm impressed she tried. Super impressed. I wouldn't try. I'm not going to try to play football anytime soon.
No.
No, not trying.
Speaking of Wimbledon, though, on this day in 1935, Helen Wills Moody won her 7th of 8 Wimbledon singles titles.
7th.
She beat Helen Jacobs in 1935 for her 7th Wimbledon title.
7th.
All right.
Well, on the topic of Wimbledon and the Williams sisters, in 2002, Serena beat her older sister Venus for her first Wimbledon singles title.
Wow. That was in their dominating phases when they were both dominating.
Did Venus ever win Wimbledon?
Yeah. A couple times, maybe.
She had to have, right? They were both incredible.
Now we got to look this up. I think
Yeah, I know. I'm looking it up right now.
I feel like she did.
Oh, Lordy, yes.
Just a
Yeah.
few
Five
times.
times.
Five times. But then you look
2000,
at Serena.
01, 05, 07, 08.
Yeah.
You don't ever think about the Venus part of this. It's always the Serena side because she's won, 20 not in women's, but was he at 25 or 26 total? Something like that.
Well, not to mention Venus also won the doubles at Wimbledon 6 times.
Yeah, with Serena.
Yeah.
With Serena, right? Just insane. I mean, potentially one of, if not the best sibling pairs in history of sports, right?
I'm trying to think what you'd put up there. Is there any more?
You could try the Manning brothers.
Oh, yeah, Peyton and Eli.
But not as right. Like Peyton, obviously. Eli won a couple championships. It was great, right?
Peyton won his 2.
Yeah, but still not the same.
Mm-mm.
Not the same dominance.
It's hard to go back. You have to go back in history and kind of look and be like, all right, dominating sibling sports figure. I don't know how you type it.
Barrett and Bo Ruud.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Just because
you're not going to give the
I can't give Bo any credit, right?
No.
At all. Although, what a fantastic human being the Roots are.
They're
both incredible.
It's also not close. The old Google machine spits out Travis and Jason Kelsey.
No.
No, we're not.
Big weekend for Travis.
No, we're not.
Very more than 10 minutes than you can make in a lifetime.
No more than not. Boy, what a fast move first hour. DDT, thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you guys all for hanging out with us. Sit back, relax. The morning hookup continues.
Ricketts doesn't mind voting to increase our costs. Tariff taxes, gas prices through the roof, cuts to Medicaid, and closing rural hospitals. In Pete Ricketts' world, when things cost more, Dad just picks up the tab. Tell Senator Ricketts, Nebraskans pay our own way. Bring down our costs now.
Paid for by Nebraska Groundswell.
If you came across a child struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you recognize a 13-year-old boy who gets into fights at school?
Not because he's a boy, but because he's hungry.
Or a 2-year-old girl who cries all night?
Not because she's sick, but because she went to bed without enough to eat.
Or maybe a 9-year-old boy who hopes their friend invites him to a sleepover?
Not for fun, just so we can have dinner.
Or a 15-year-old girl who goes for walks over lunch, so her friends won't know she doesn't have anything to eat? I am the 1 in 7 American children who struggle with hunger. Kids you pass by every day, but never knew were hungry. I am Child's Hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
I'm Ernie Hudson, actor, cancer survivor, and father of 4. As a dad, there's nothing I wouldn't do to protect my kids from cancer. The human papillomavirus, or HPV, can cause 6 types of cancer, but the HPV vaccine can stop cancer before it starts. Girls and boys should get the vaccine at 11 or 12, and there's a catch-up option for teens and young adults. For more information, go to preventcancer.org.
The Legacy Retirement Communities invite you to enjoy the independence, comfort, and peace of mind they offer in their own special way at all of their locations. Connect with others, enjoy fabulous food, educational programs, fitness centers, and more. The Legacy communities are filled with movers and doers who embrace every stage of life, giving you the opportunity to live each day enriched and grateful. For a tour, call 402-436-3000 or visit legacyretirement.com.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. But every driver seeks the pinnacle of their achievements. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
If you're worried your friend may be struggling, remember, you don't have to be there to be there.
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You can ask on your couch while you binge watch.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and the Jed Foundation.
Lincoln's local news, talk, sports, and weather station. FM 101.5, 1240 AM, KFOR, and KFRX HD3, Lincoln.
From ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. The U.S. plays Belgium tonight for a spot in the World Cup quarterfinals, and USA leading scorer Flo Balogun will be able to play. He was presumed to be out of the game after receiving a controversial red card in the USA's last game, but President Trump says he made a call to FIFA President Gianni Infantino.
How do you penalize him for a game that hasn't been played yet? It's very unfair. You can't do that. So, yes, I asked for a review by FIFA.
And FIFA says it has suspended the red card for 1 year. Belgium's federation says it wants more clarification from FIFA on its decision to allow Balogun to play. The president was speaking hours before he flies to Turkey for the NATO summit, where the war in Ukraine will again be a key topic. Over the weekend, the president spoke by phone with Russia's Vladimir Putin.
He wants to end it, and Ukraine wants to end it, and we're in talks, and we'll see if we can get it ended. It's a terrible thing.
But overnight, Russia did continue to attack Ukraine. At least 21 people were killed in strikes, including 12 in the capital, Kyiv. Microsoft says it's cutting 4,800 jobs, with the changes concentrated on its Xbox video game platform. The Xbox CEO says the company's laying off 1,600 workers today and will transition 4 gaming studios to new management. Microsoft says these roles are not being replaced by AI, but that AI is changing how work is done. The man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk last September in Utah is set to appear in front of a judge today for evidence and testimony against him. ABC's Alex Stone is at the courthouse in Provo, Utah.
Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica, has fought to have full media coverage of the case. Today will be the beginning of what could be a week-long preliminary hearing, which will be like a mini trial with evidence and testimony presented for the first time as prosecutors try to show the judge they have enough evidence to try Robinson. And for the first time, Kirk's family members will be in attendance.
Brian Clark, ABC News.
That'll be $84.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey. Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay? I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting the groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, I've already earned enough this morning to pay for that pizza night we're having Friday.
Wait, so the app pays for pizza?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
Get more out of your everyday. Upside is the free app that gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas, groceries, and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus. Remember, use promo code ACT5.
Offers vary by user and location of participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
A Lincoln woman is accused of assaulting an officer. Good morning, I'm Jeff Motes. We're at 77 degrees at KFOR. Lincoln police were called to a disturbance shortly after 2 o'clock Saturday morning in the area of 8th and Q in the Haymarket, where several people were fighting.
The officers approached the group, gave commands, and eventually physically separated the group.
Lieutenant Chris Weber tells KFOR News 25-year-old Aaliyah Jones of Lincoln refused to comply with officers' commands and continued attacking other people and was taken into custody. While in custody, Jones allegedly kicked an officer twice in the knee, hyperextending it, causing pain. Jones was arrested for assaulting an officer, resisting arrest, and disturbing the peace. Last Thursday, authorities issued an arrest warrant for former Nebraska wrestler A.J. Ferrari. Lancaster County prosecutors have charged him with 3 felonies related to the alleged assault of his former fiancée. Court records show Ferrari is charged with assault by strangulation of a pregnant woman, 3rd-degree domestic assault causing bodily injury to a pregnant woman, and 1st-degree false imprisonment. The charges stem from an alleged incident that happened on May 8th. Tax Relief Nebraska submitted the signatures for a pair of petitions to the Nebraska Secretary of State's office ahead of the July 2nd deadline. According to the Nebraska Examiner, reports show that the group submitted more than 200,000 signatures for one petition that seeks a constitutional amendment to legalize online sports betting, and submitted roughly 146,000 signatures for an accompanying petition that would set up statutory framework for taxes and direct 70% of the revenues to property tax credits, the same as casino taxes. University of Nebraska-Lincoln released a study that sheds light on how parental smoking shapes adolescents' attitudes and use of both traditional cigarettes and e-cigarettes, finding that fathers' behaviors play more of an influential role than those of mothers. What's surprising, though, is the researchers also found that a father's smoking habits were more significantly linked to adolescent attitudes and use of cigarettes and e-cigarettes. Lincoln's first forecast, sunny today, a high of 90, clear and 68 tonight, sunny and 90 again tomorrow. I'm Jeff Moats, KFOR News.
Nobody builds a business without hearing a few reasons it won't work. Too risky, too crowded, too ambitious. But the people who move things forward usually hear those words first. Because growing a business takes more than optimism. It takes nerve, and eventually, a partner built for what's next. That's Next Rodeo. Big thinking, proven creative. For businesses still moving forward. Next Rodeo. The difference between the business you have and the business you want. Meet us at thenextrodeo.com.
Millions plan for retirement online. Estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, and manage your benefits all in the comfort of your home. And give yourself the freedom to do what you want offline. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Welcome back in the Morning Hookup, hour number 2. Special thanks here to the Dr. Dane Top, for hanging out with us on a beautiful Monday morning. Hope your Monday's off to a great start. Trying to going ahead now.
No, I hit on.
Coming up, we're going to hit some baseball stories around the league, around the diamond. Husker, big day for Husker recruiting. We'll kind of mention it a little bit because tomorrow we'll have Brian Munson, we'll have Robin Watchett, get him back on board with what's going on as well as around there and stories that we missed.
By the way, this morning, President Donald Trump has confirmed that he did call Gianni Infantino, FIFA's president, requesting a review of the play by Flo Balogun that leading to the red card. There's been some questions about how involved was President Donald Trump. There is a little it's a rule that has not been enforced in FIFA for a long time, but essentially it's like if there's political pressure put on FIFA, that it could lead to the disqualification of a team from a World Cup. It does not sound like this was political pressure. From what it sounds like Trump asked for an explanation and asked for an explanation of why Flo Balogun got the red card, why he was suspended, and Infantino told him, well, they are reviewing it. So was there political pressure? We'll probably never know. But we shall see.
Overturned.
We shall see. As we talked in hour one, UEFA and the Belgian Football Federation are appealing this decision. I don't think anything's going to change, but interesting situation.
It's a lot going on there. So something to monitor as we get closer to the match tonight, 7:00 on that side.
You guys do anything for the match tonight? Watching at home?
Practice till 8.
You're going to cancel practice for the boys?
I can't. It's not in my jurisdiction.
You don't think they've played enough this summer?
It's not in my jurisdiction to do that.
No, I was there.
I tried to get practice moved closer to the house. So my first hour will be all alerts. Maybe I'll just turn those off.
And it's probably also after the 4th of July weekend. I was out at the Sandhills complex on Thursday night.
Beautiful. Probably
be good to get on the baseball diamond and wash that taste out of the mouth a little bit.
Oh yeah, I need that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Believe me, it was a yucky finish to a game that like most, it's baseball.
That's baseball.
One that got away. You had to bring that up, didn't you? Thanks. I was over it. I'm still over it. It's fine.
Yeah, I was the game that I was umpiring had finished up, and I went and watched the last 3 outs of your game, and I went, I'm not going to stick around and talk to Huxley. I don't think that's going to be a good.
We didn't have a lot to say.
Yeah, not a lot to say.
We gave it away. Sorry. It's fine. It's fine.
It's baseball. Did the kids have fun?
They had whatever. I don't care. Speaking of not
Wait, did you take them for ice cream afterwards?
Nope. Right home. You got leftovers, buddy. Baseball look at as we're moving right along in the baseball season. A lot of stories out there with baseball right now. Tampa Bay. How about Tampa Bay increasing that lead to 4? The Yankees 1-9 in their last 10. That's crazy. 8-2. The Rays are their last 10. Hey, why is he red hot Red Sox right now? Winners of 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Knock on wood. Try not to jinx it while we can. Ride it.
Red hot.
Still probably need to make some moves. What do you guys think as an outsider looking in? The Red Sox, what do they do at the deadline? Do you sell or do you buy?
I think they sell the team.
Sell it.
Okay. I would also probably say you're sellers. Personally, you're still 8 games below 500, 12 and a half games back in that division.
Just with how bad the AL is, you can somehow sneak into the wild card.
But if you sneak into the wild card, are you legitimately making a run at anything?
No.
The Red Sox are a team that should be building for titles. If you buy at the deadline, you're not competing for a title.
No, you just want to be in the play. You're 4 games out.
You're competing to get eliminated in the wild card round, which I don't see the appeal of giving up future prospects to make the playoffs, get bounced, and find yourself in the exact same situation at the deadline next year.
Do you trust that Red Sox team if they get in?
No.
There's the answer.
There's the answer. You're a seller then.
Because here's the deal. Like the teams in front of them, I don't trust any of the teams in front of them, which is crazy to think about right now. When you look at speaking of the Red Sox, they're 12 and a half out of Tampa Bay right now. 4 games out of the wild card. Look who's in front of them. The A's, the Orioles, the Blue Jays, the Twins, and the Astros. You trust any of those teams?
No.
Probably not.
Probably not.
It's a weak wild card race when you look at the teams. I mean, because the team that holds the last spot is the Rangers. Yankees, Guardians, Rangers are in the wild card positions right now.
And if you make the wild card, it's not the like-for-like comparison, but you're first loser.
Yep.
And I think whoever comes out of the AL and wins the pennant is probably the first loser to the Dodgers. Like,
I don't know. We're going to get to them.
I know.
That thing is, oof.
Are you just if the Red Sox are buyers at the deadline, it's just a keep the fans happy for the summer and kick the ball down the road in terms of the overhaul that's needed.
It's like, tell me you did at least something to make me keep coming to the game. Because if you sit on your hands and do nothing, it's probably gonna look worse.
Caleb, if you could make one move, one roster switch with the Red Sox,
ooh, good question.
What change are you making? Who are you dealing? Who are you dealing, or who are you buying?
Oh boy, one change.
There's one change,
and you cannot use the front office.
Get rid of. Oh man, actually no, he's been playing a lot better.
Well, that means he's got some value at the deadline. Maybe.
I think there's a lot of pieces that we could move off this team that would bring back a good haul. You have too many outfielders. You have a lockdown closer in Aroldis Chapman. And so just one of those guys, Jarren Duran and Aroldis Chapman. Those are the guys that you need to move at the deadline, and you could bring back.
Get something back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chapman was the first name that came to mind for me.
1.
Not that I think you get a huge haul back for an aging closer, but a guy that can step in.
Been good.
And for I'm trying to think what team here could use a guy like that. The White Sox?
Maybe, because the White Sox, you look at the Central, they're still a game up, winning 6 out of 10. Cleveland a game back, Minnesota 4 games back, and then the rest of the who's of whatever are in that division. White Sox continue to roll, man.
And the White Sox, I mean, they have like a non-traditional close situation. That they don't have one close they go to.
Nope.
They have Google this. They have Dominguez as their like listed closer, but they go to tons of different dudes. That could be a team that could be in play for a closer.
Mm-hmm. They're up. The West out there, they're kind of just playing around a little bit. Seattle 3 games over 500, a game and a half up on Texas, who is now 500. But Houston also right there at 45 and 47, 2.5 back in the division right now. That's a yuck division when you look at it.
Hooks here, over in the NL, are you feeling the pressure from the Phillies?
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt. I mean, yes, I'm surprised the Phillies have not taken over the lead yet, because I thought it was, 9 or 10, and it's been at 3 for some time now.
Mm-hmm.
The Braves have gotten a few wins here and there. They're still, I mean, they went on that, 1-13 stretch. Now they lost 6 out of 10, kind of maintaining right now. So it'd be interesting down the stretch. The Braves they're succumbing to the injuries right now on their long-term ones, because you don't know. Strider went back to it. Murphy's still on it. Acuna, it's been ho-hum quiet with what's going on. Olsen's been amazing on that side. At some point, talent just takes over, and the Phillies have been really good with Donnie Matt at the helm. So, yeah, they're 3 games up. Miami 4.5 back. The Mets still being the Mets, man. They just can't get out of their own way. They are won 3 out of 10. And they're an interesting division now. Cubs have made their way back into second place in this. They won 7 out of 10.
Cubs are hanging around. The Brewers, though, they're winning games again. The Cubs cut the distance, and now they're just kind of holding. I mean, 6 games back at the 4th of July that's a fine place to be if you're the Chicago Cubs.
You're right where you need to be.
Especially given, was it May that was horrible for them?
Mm-hmm.
They're still right there. The Brewers are still the best team in that division.
No doubt.
But the Cubs are hanging around. That gives you the opportunity to go make a push into late August and September and potentially go win a division. So they're right there. I don't think the Cubs are going to be upset about where they are. Nope. But if I was a betting man, I'd still bet the Brewers to win that division. They seem like the best team.
And there's interesting stuff behind it. If you look at the wild card, we'll get to the West. The West is over, by the way, so I'm kind of not glossing over it, but the 14-game lead.
I mean, there's not a team except the Dodgers above 500.
14-game lead. Insurmountable, right?
What happened to the Padres?
They fell. I mean, they are 14 back. 2 of their last 10.
Right now, their whole pitching staff is injured, but before that, and it's been going on for a while, they might be worse at hitting the ball than the Red Sox. I think they are at the bottom of the league in runs, one of the worst in average OPS. Every hitting metric you can look at, that team does not hit the ball.
I mean, I saw at the end of last week, Mason Miller blow a save, and I went, whoa.
Yeah.
Something must be wrong.
He got shelled.
Yeah.
Bomb City left field.
Was that Friday night or Thursday night?
I can't remember what night it was.
It was end of last week.
Whoa. Wild card wise, looking at it, there's still 4 or 5 teams that might be vying for it. The Marlins are in a virtual tie right now. The Cardinals do hold it. How about the Pirates? Pirates 3 back, Nats 3 back, Diamondbacks 4 back, Padres 4 back. Again, which one of those teams do you trust? Which one of those teams are going to try to make a run at the trade deadline?
No one out of the West. In terms of worst team in baseball here, Giants, Rockies, Mets. And Royals. You guys have any predictions? Oh, how did I almost forget the Angels? Those teams are all right there in terms of record-wise.
Yeah.
The Mets are the worst team in baseball. Optically, they're the worst.
Optically, they're the worst. Will they finish with the worst record? I think probably not. To me, that's between the Royals, the Angels, and the Rockies.
Probably going to throw the Angels in there as the prime candidate.
I think in terms of watching and roster, the Royals and the Angels are the 2 hardest watches in baseball. You could argue the Mets because of the expectations, but the Royals and Angels are both just hard watches this year. You flip on a game, and it's gross. Teams devoid of talent. The teams are devoid of fight. They look like the Rockies at this point in the year last year. I know the Rockies were a lot worse record-wise, but they look like the Rockies where it's just those teams have no confidence in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The Rockies at least fight. I think the Rockies, talent-wise, are terrible. But team chemistry-wise and fight-wise, they at least continue fighting despite the fact they're 37 and 54. I can't say the same for the Royals, the Angels, and really the Mets.
Just lifeless.
Lifeless,
Yes.
exactly. They
It's a
are
great word.
lifeless. They are adrift at sea with no winds in their sails. It just feels like a crew full of shipmates that have all resigned their fate that they're going to die at sea. The Rockies are still bailing out water and rowing.
Mm-hmm.
The ship's sinking slowly, but at least they're bailing water and rowing and trying. Maybe you can get a couple survivors off that boat. The Royals, the Angels, and the Mets are all doomed to die. They've accepted their fate.
Just let them go.
Like that comparison there?
That's really good. Good visuals.
Thank you.
So it'll be interesting as we creep towards the trade deadline. There are a bunch of articles out there. CBS Sports has one out there. It says kind of what you guys just said. The Red Sox right now, seller trending toward buyer, saying they could do all in one in the same if they did it. Look at that. Chicago Cubs, probably a buyer is what it said. The White Sox, buyer. Just teams we talked about, they're a buyer at the deadline. The Rockies, seller. Not in the cellar, but they'll be selling.
I'm wondering who they sell. That's the question. They have Hunter Goodman's probably
their reliever. What is it? Antonio Santeleza?
Cincinnati.
There you go. One of the most coveted relievers at the deadline, they're saying. And maybe moving power hitting catcher Hunter Goodman.
Hunter Goodman would be an interesting one. He's young, at 25 or 26, and I know he's on a long-term deal with the Rockies. So he'd be the interesting one because it would take a pretty big package to pry him away from Colorado. A pretty friendly contract that runs through 2029. So it would take a pretty big package to pry him away from Colorado. Yep. But if you get that offer, don't hate the idea of moving him.
They're throwing the Pirates in there as a buyer right now as they're in the run. They are saying the Padres buyer.
Yeah.
As we mentioned that earlier.
I'd agree with that. They're still in play for a wild card.
So there's articles out there you guys can take a peek at. We'll be monitoring the trade deadline as we're about a month away or so, I believe. It's August 3rd. The deadline is 6 p.m. Eastern, Monday, August 3rd. So we're approaching it rather fast to see what the teams do. The next couple of weeks will tell you a lot as far as the teams that are positioning themselves to get ready because a lot of these teams, if they have a couple of bad weeks or a bad week, might go, now we're selling. It's a very, very reactionary time of the year for baseball right now.
And it is one of the most interesting times of baseball where you get guys that are on the field and here comes the switch out in the field in the fifth inning because some guy just got dealt.
Ones that are in the lineup all of a sudden not in the lineup. Those are interesting plays. They start looking at some of the dynamics of this.
It's one of the most fascinating trade deadlines in all of sports for that reason. Because a lot of movement happens and it happens while teams are still playing games. And then somebody gets held out of the lineup and you go, oh, is he getting dealt? And it's, oh no, he just picked up some little injury and they're just going to keep him out for a day. Or he just needed a rest. But then everyone goes, oh man.
Oh my God, he said no. What does this mean for my team?
Yeah.
We know it all. So, all right, good stuff in baseball. Let's take a break. Speaking of fascinating, you guys got a chance to watch golf over the weekend? The John Deere Classic was fascinating. What it means for some guys as we're leading up to the Scottish Open and to the Open Championship. Talk about that a whole lot more when we return. That's a lot of good stuff. Bet we could do that. Hold recruiting until tomorrow with Munson because there's announcements coming down. Unless there are announcements prior to that. Dun, dun, dun.
After the England and Mexico game last night, did you?
Let's no. That's not.
Yeah, we've been watching the whole season.
My daughter has too.
It is not for me.
I don't think I can get down with it.
It's it was kind of forced upon me, and then I kind of just like
succumb to the.
You get into it a little bit.
I want to ask you about it because there's a specific night they have that is so funny to me.
Movie night?
Oh yeah. He doesn't know about movie night. My daughter is like, oh, you don't want to know. Welcome back in the morning hookup. Thanks for hanging out with us on a beautiful Monday. Boy, if you weren't in the stream, you're missing out. I don't know if that was a confession you just made. Why does he ask us if we, after Mexico, England, because I told you my wife and I were watching some shows. You just asked us if we watched the latest episode of Love Island.
And that answer is no.
And it was no. But my daughter does that. She goes out to friend's house. They're all into it, this and that.
Oh yeah, it's a big thing.
But it's trying to explain movie night to me.
Movie
this
night
is when it's like really weird.
Movie night is they sit everybody down that is on the show.
Can you explain the show? I don't know what the show even is.
The show is basically
are you finding love on an island?
Pretty much.
All right.
They take them to Fiji and put them in a villa, and basically they try and make connections and find their true love.
But that's where it all happens at. Fiji.
Yeah.
Is it about finding love or is it about making love?
Yes.
It can be both. Yeah. But yeah, movie night is they sit everybody down and they show them clips that have been on the show that obviously they haven't seen. And so it can be, of a guy that a girl thought she was with, and then the guy's talking to somebody else, or he's saying one thing and then actually doing another thing.
Honey, it ain't like that.
Oh yeah.
Watch this.
Yeah, you don't want to know about Sincere or what Corbin are doing or Casey. There's some sneaky stuff going on in the show.
Is it anything like Survivor?
Honestly, kind of.
I would love.
Is it worse?
See, last night, like there was a challenge, and because these people won the challenge, they were granted immunity and were able to stay on the island and not get
whatever
happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
We want immunity.
Yeah. No, see, I would love to see a show like this, Love Island, but instead of like being in a villa, they are on a desert island where they have to like build their own shelters and survive.
Right.
They don't get food.
Yeah.
They have to go out and hunt. That would be a twist that would make things really interesting.
But yeah, it's a very high drama reality TV show. It's
interesting.
It can be mind numbing at times. There are times where I have to tell the girlfriend, I don't know if I can watch this.
She's like, sit down.
My brain is rotting as every second that I watch this.
Sit down. We're gonna watch this.
We're watching House of the Dragon, new season. Last night's episode was kind of slow, but
what's that one?
It's Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
It's a prequel. It's good.
I heard Game of Thrones is awesome.
It is. I've been making my way through the audiobooks recently. Those are
Hooksy's like, let's get back to sports.
That is kind of a sport, it feels like.
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
It's a game.
It's a game. It says game.
Yeah. And the whole game is either you win the throne or you die.
There you go.
Yeah.
Two choices. Win, die.
Yeah. Simple.
Speaking of that, yesterday, boy, high drama in the John Deere Classic yesterday. It's hard to watch some of this because there was some dynamic stuff. Ben Knowles, Corn Ferry guy, this is his 10th straight week playing golf. Between the Corn Ferry and the PGA, he has not secured his card for next year. He's like sixth he is number 6 on the Corn Ferry like money list right now, so not totally secure. He's going to play his 11th week coming up. Led this tournament all the way to 18. Chris Goddard, by the way, wins it. He shoots 62 yesterday, coming from 5 back to win this. High drama. It went to 18. Ben Knowles, 18. Perfect tee shot. hooks it in the water on the second shot.
Oh, man.
Has a chance because it did cross and cover. He had a putt from the friends on his drop to make it, but does not. He loses on the last hole, but that didn't make what made it worse. And this is part of the pressure, part of the gig, man. Like he was nails. I mean, he shot 68 yesterday, right? This was so painful. One, he loses the golf tournament. Again, he makes a double because he kind of hit his first putt by and then missed the comebacker. If he had made bogey, he'd have finished tied for second. He did not. Second place, by the way, was Max Homa. Phenomenal day yesterday. Best finish for him in years. 64. He won $959,200. Ben Knowles makes double after leading the tournament most of the day. His cut now is $466,400.
Just hundreds of thousands.
$350,000 double. Painful.
What's the most money you've ever lost?
That ain't that. It ain't that. It ain't that. But, boy, what a tournament, though, yesterday, man. Gotcher gets his third win. By the way, pretty cool moments because his brother was on the bag all week. His brother took PTO from his job to be out there, spend the fourth with his brother and family to get it done. But a lot of guys making some hay. I tell you what, Max Homa, big time for him at 19 under yesterday, 64. Lucas Glover never gets old, man. The timeless wonder of Lucas Glover. He goes 63, 65, 69, 69. And this tournament putter wasn't around yesterday. Some other guys, Zach Johnson, by the way, talking about turning back time at the age of 50, skipped the U.S. Senior Open to be at this tournament. This was his 24th consecutive start at the John Deere, 21st consecutive cut made. A golf tournament that suits his eye. When you look at it, he went out and where did he finish at? Where I just like 64, 70, 66, 68, 16 under par for the ageless wonder of that. A few really cool moments to watch as well. You say, boy, the future of golf is pretty amazing. Preston Stout, as we all know, last week the number one amateur turned pro. This kid is the number two. He was number two. Now he's the number one amateur. Makes the cut. 14 under. Obviously can't make any money, but 66, 69, 66, 69. In front of a bunch of tour pros. Really good week for him, as well as what's the other kid's name? Blades
Brown.
Oh my goodness. He goes out, by the way, 69, 66, 67, 67, minus 15 as a 19-year-old kid on the PGA Tour.
We're missing one here. One huge one. Luke Gacheski.
Oh, yeah.
Out of Omaha. He goes and shoots 8 under on the tournament, 2 under on the day, makes the cut, finishes 51st.
Yeah, $21,000.
I believe was that his first. Yeah, that was his first ever PGA Tour event.
Yep.
Earns himself a cool $21,000.
Hey. Good day. There was a lot of notable misses in this tournament.
He's now, though, that's impressive, though. One PGA Tour start, you make the cut, finish 51st, take home some money.
Hey, that's what you do. A lot of notable misses in this tournament as well when you look at it. Trying to lead yourself going in, because this was an under par. You had to be, I think, 3 under. 3 under made the cut. Notable misses, guys like Webb Simpson misses the cut. Daniel Berger missed the cut. Just some guys that this is one of those where it's time to need to be playing well because you got some big ones coming up. Last major of the year is coming up. The Scottish Open, now with Gottrop winning, he won $1.5 million. He'll go into the Scottish to defend his title now. But just some amazing golf yesterday. The golf course stood true. Just unfortunate, just better like I watched that shot like this. And they kept replaying it. It's like all he had to do was like put it on in 2-putt and get to the playoff. Just overcooked it, man. And then you watch the 3rd putt go by and you're like, oh no. My son's instant reaction was, what did that cost them? North of $350 is the cost.
Oof.
That was hard to watch.
That's golf.
That's golf.
We said earlier, sometime like we talked about your guys' baseball last week. That's baseball.
That's baseball, and there's golf.
There's golf for you.
A lot of these guys are vying for that top. I believe they go to 125 as they'll start the playoffs. Not that far away, so a lot of points still to be awarded in the playoff setting. because they'll do the FedEx playoffs. They'll go from 125 to 70 to something. I think it's 125, 70, 30. I think top 30. I know make the tour championship. Big points out there as you look at the top 10 now, unchanged because a lot of guys did not play in this tournament. Like the top, Chris Gottschalk was the highest rated player to play in this one. He is 14th in the FedEx Cup. He was the highest rated guy to play in this one. Like I said, as they're all turning their attention, they'll make their way across the Scottish Open this week.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, you get the Open.
You get the Open 2 weeks later. Well, 1 week. You go Scottish, and then just stay over there. They were talking yesterday about how quickly it goes. They were saying that there's a plane. They have a private airway that will take 90 individuals across, players, family, caddies, all the stuff, that they were going to finish the tournament, jump on the plane, and get right to Scotland to get tuned up. What a life. That's a tough life.
Well, it's an exciting.
No, I mean that all the time. It's not like I'm saying, oh, that's a tough flight. No, that's hard.
Yeah. Well, and get over there, spend a couple weeks. You get the Scottish Open. You get the Open Championship, which this year is at Royal Birkdale.
Yep.
And then I will not care about golf again until the Players Championship this spring.
It'd be interesting to watch because there is some stuff, like I said, Gottschalk will look to defend now the Scottish Open. And when we get to the Open, can Scotty Scheffler defend his title from last year as the Open champion? And then they'll get run into the FedEx Cup playoff. We'll create some drama with that. And then in September, late September, you do get the President's Cup this year.
Yeah. To be fair, though, by the time you get past the Open, we're like a week and a half away from Big Ten Media Days. I'm focused on football at that point.
Yep, I agree with you.
There are some great golf events that come up in the fall, but for me, August 1st through really February, that's football. That's fantasy football. It's college football.
We're getting close.
We are. High school football.
We're getting close.
Best time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this offseason, and it helps. Thank you, Husker basketball. Thank you, Husker baseball. This offseason's flown.
It's been great.
Mm-hmm.
It's been great. All the good results have come out of.
I can't believe we're sitting here, 3.5 weeks away from Big Ten Media Days.
Jeez, that's crazy.
No, it's
that feels like that's the start. Once they do Big Ten Media Days and they get back home, game on.
Well, last year was my first year of radio, and that summer dragged on because there was nothing going on. And you're 100% right. This year is like, oh, we're in July.
Yep, we're in July.
Oh, the 4th of July has happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've moved on. That's gone.
We have 3.5 weeks here, and then it's Big Ten Media Days, and then it is full steam ahead.
Well, it's a lot for us, YZ, unless whatever you guys got going on. Like, we're 2 weeks away from baseball being over.
Yeah, we got 2 more tournaments left.
We have one.
Mm-hmm.
We have a doubleheader this weekend. We're playing the Beatrice Bullets out in Waverly. Then it's state. We're done.
We'll see how many games I pick up, but my umpiring schedule has 2 games left on it total.
Woo! Here we go.
2 games left to umpire in this year, which is sad.
Is it?
Calling balls and strikes is
it's a national. You like that?
It's life's best mini game.
Mm-hmm.
Now getting out there in the heat, but I can't. I mean, you blink and I had my first game and it's 50-degree weather at Sherman Field.
Mm-hmm.
You blink and now it's 90 degrees and we got area tournament, state tournament, baseball season's wrapping up. Looking ahead to football.
I know. What's going on? So, all right, let's take our final break of the day, of the hour. We'll come back with stories that we missed.
Decision day for Khalil Taylor. We can
yes, that's I have that right here.
We can get into that before official stories that we missed.
Pretty much just him. Did you see this girl that you're got some out water and stuff? Did you see the girl, the kayak girl?
Mm-mm.
Look up kayak from, I think it's California, Hawaii.
Oh, I did see this. I didn't look into this all this much, but I did see the headline. And then you also have the other lady that's swimming from San Diego all the way up to the northern tip of California. She's swimming along the coast all the way through California. It's also crazy.
Is that what it was?
No, there's both.
Right here.
There's the kayak from California to Hawaii, and there's one who's swimming from San Diego all the way up the coast of California.
She did. This is crazy.
Oh, AJ Ferrari.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have been on the team in the first place, but I'm glad he's not.
He took somebody took a flyer.
He had some questionable.
Yeah, they risked it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we'll talk. They gave us our state schedule.
Yeah.
Awful. Did you get yours?
We're not doing state.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. We'll be down in Illinois, so Friday and Monday I'll be
We'll
out.
have to do talk to him about Friday. Be a best of then, I guess.
Is that a week from Friday?
Yep.
Or
Next
Friday?
week.
I'm out this Friday.
This Friday. Okay.
This Friday.
The
He's out.
following. They gave us the 9/130.
Oh my.
The stories we missed. The Morning Hookup.
Welcome back in the morning. Huck. A few moments left hanging out with everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us on a beautiful Monday. Before we get to stories that we missed, it's a big decision day. Husker football recruiting. Khalil Taylor set to decide today. Do we know what time? We haven't seen the actual time yet. I know it's a big day. There was a couple on the board, but I think Nebraska's attention will be on Khalil Taylor as we're hoping to hear him say that he wants to be a Nebraska Cornhusker. Let me see if I can find it right here.
You never know with recruiting.
It says it will be a live broadcast July 6th on the Rivals YouTube page. But I don't have a time. But he will be on the Rivals YouTube page today sometime.
Recruiting is wild. The winds have been blowing in Nebraska's favor since his visit a couple weeks ago. I think Nebraska feels they're in a good position there, but
you never know.
With recruiting, it is ever changing. There are last minute change of hearts that happen all the time. Last minute pushes by different schools. So we shall see where this one goes. I think Nebraska feels really good about where they're at with Khalil Taylor. Really felt like Nebraska made a big impression on him on that recruiting weekend a couple weeks ago. So that's one. The other one is Bam Whitfield. I don't think Nebraska feels as good about their spot there. It's decision day for him as well, though, but it does not feel like the winds are blowing.
Is that the one that feels like it's Miami, I think, or something? It feels like Miami when you look at that. Again, we'll have Brian Munson tomorrow as well to follow up on all of that to take a peek at and what that means. So, boy, have you guys seen this? I know I mentioned this maybe in the stream real quick, but what is her name? Sorry, Kelsey Pfeiffer, Findler, 32-year-old solo rower. She just set world records. She solo rowed from Monterey, California to Hawaii. That's insane. It's like a 2,400-mile journey that she set the overall to break the pace and the overall route record. The current women's record was held by Leah Ditton. Completed the journey 86 days, 10 hours, and 5 minutes in 2020. Findler is the third woman to attempt the feat. She was on pace to break it, and she broke it.
Wow.
Cool moment within the journey. The Coast Guard, it was her birthday. The Coast Guard came out and serenaded her on her birthday. Happy birthday.
Speaking of some endurance athletes out there doing amazing things, how about 33-year-old Catherine Breed? She is now finishing up week 1 of her 3-month swim, doing 10 miles a day from California's northern tip to the southern tip.
Wow.
That is a nearly 900-mile journey, making it down the entire coast of California. And again, as I said, it's expected to take her 3 months. She sleeps on a sailboat.
Oh my.
She has a crew with her that follows her. Last year, she circumnavigated 60 miles around Lake Tahoe. She swam across the entirety of Monterey Bay.
Wow.
In 2023, she was the first woman to swim from the Golden Gate Bridge to Monterey Bay. But this is the biggest one she has done thus far. Again, a 3-month, 900-mile journey, Catherine Breed, down the entire coast of California.
Wow.
If you're looking to follow up on some Nebraska basketball players, you can check out 4 of them in the summer league starting Thursday. You'll be able to see Bryce Williams. You'll be able to see Josiah Alec, and then 2 new ones, Sammy over in Phoenix. You'll be able to see him play for the Suns, and Rink Mast. He'll be able to suit up for the Indiana Pacers. So check out those guys coming up in the summer league.
Speaking of checking out former Husker players as well, Ty Webster, Casey Tamanaga, and Jack McVeigh will be all prominent. They'll play prominent roles in helping their teams to victories in the first round of the FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers on Friday. Former Huskers in the news.
Still miss Casey.
I do.
Oh man, don't remind me.
Did you guys see this Marlins yesterday? The Marlins yesterday. Yuri Perez.
He had a
no. Perfect game
through the 7th.
Through 7 innings. 21 up, 21 down. 8 strikeouts into 7 ground balls. Only gave up hard contact 3 times. Was lifted out of the game. 92 pitches.
And then
analytics are ruining baseball.
And then
the bullpen promptly go.
Yeah, the score was 9-0 when he came out. Yep. I think the final score was 9-8.
Yep.
That probably gave their manager kind of a little, okay, maybe next time when my guy's rolling, I will not take him out.
I'm gonna be honest, man. That would forever drive a wedge between me and my manager.
Me too.
They let the Marlin. They pulled a pit bull. The group let a chant call shame, shame, shame. They gave up a single before the Marlins bullpen recorded an out. The perfect game, no hitter and shutout were all blown in perfect succession. You're right. Analytics is ruining the game.
I would never forgive my manager. Simple as that.
That's incredible.
I know pitch counts and analytics are everything, but what a joke.
Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors are expected to start contract extension talks this week in Toronto after the trade becomes official. That's not the story. Leonard has hired a new agent, Harrison Gaines of Splash Sports, who is his new agent to oversee all the negotiations. He has 1 season and $50 million remaining on his contract. We'll see how this goes, but he'll be doing this with a new agent.
Did you guys see the unfortunate news of the England player that broke his arm/wrist after celebrating last night and had to be carted off the field?
What was his line again? No minutes. No.
0 minutes, 1 yellow card, 1 broken arm. One stretcher.
It was amidst the England fans singing Wonderwall with all of the players. Then he jumped over a wall himself and tried to plant, and
that did not go well.
Ultimately broke his wrist. Yeah.
Getting old sucks, man.
I'm telling you, man. Don't get your feet off the ground if you don't have to, okay? That's what I would say. Keep your feet on the ground.
We'll hope for no injuries tonight in the United States.
Yes.
So, Hooksy, you said you're going to be in the baseball diamond. Caleb, you got any plans for the game tonight?
I don't know. It's right around Love Island time.
So. Again, back-to-back nights.
It's every night, man. There's a new episode. No, I'm just kidding. We'll have it on. I don't know where I'm watching it right now. Don't really have much plans, but I'll have my eyes on the TV.
What are your plans, sir? You got your jersey on.
Yeah,
I know you're ready.
Might go try to patronize a local establishment, or I might just watch it from the comfort of my couch. Haven't quite decided just yet.
Ooh, boy, it seems like I understand that one.
So being in and amongst the people will be fun. This will be, in all likelihood, the most watched soccer game ever in the United States.
Rail Yard will probably be electric tonight.
Yeah, I'll avoid that zoo. I'm sure the people down there are gonna have a great time.
Probably too electric.
Yeah, it's gonna be very electric. That's probably a little more than what I'm bargaining for on a Monday night. So
yeah,
local sports bar type establishment might be the perfect vibe.
That might be the perfect spot. 7:00.
That's perfect timing. The United States has been getting really lucky with our kickoff times here in the knockout rounds.
Mm-hmm.
All the game times have already in locations have already been decided. The United States, just the path that they've gotten so far has led to prime time, perfect viewing hours for United States fans. So,
what is the Belgium, I guess, identity or a style of play, and how does that match up with the USA? What can we expect?
They are, what's the best way to put this? They're comfortable on the ball for the most part. They're patient in their buildup. They like to make forward runs in. They're going to hold the ball, and you're going to have guys kind of making runs, at least in their perfect world, making runs at the back line. Tielemans, you're going to have Lukaku, kind of, some physical presences. Tielemans a lot faster, very technical with the ball. You have Lukaku, who is tall, runs decently, technical skills not quite there, but he's kind of a hoof it up there, and he'll go get a head on it because he is taller and pretty athletic. Wild card for me is Kevin De Bruyne. They lack, like, if the United States sits in deep and Belgium holds possession on the United States, I'm not sure that they have the creativity aside from Kevin De Bruyne to go break that down, to make that really, really key pass that is inch perfect that gets a guy in on goal. So I would look for them more to be worrisome to the United States in counterattacking moments when the United States gives the ball away through the midfield and you have some one-on-one opportunities at the back. That's where I think Belgium could take advantage of this United States team tonight is if the United States gets a chance to set up their defense and Belgium holds the ball, I like the United States' chances to clear the ball away, but get Kevin De Bruyne the ball in the midfield and have some guys making forward runs in front of him. One-on-one situations, he will make some inch-perfect passes that will potentially rip the United States to shreds. So that's why I talked about how key the midfield is going to be here in this game. You can't give their midfielders, especially Kevin De Bruyne, time to operate, time to pick out passes. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. If Belgium gets out on the break, they get very, very dangerous in my eyes because of especially the attacking combination of Tielemans and Lukaku up front. Tielemans kind of brings that athletic pace, and then Lukaku just brings the physical presence where if you chip it up to him in the box, he goes and wins headers. He goes and thumps them home.
America's slight favorites. Not by a whole lot.
I think they should be. Belgium is an aging team.
We did see Belgium in a friendly. Is that correct? Back in March?
Yeah, and it was 5-2, but that was so far from the United States' number one team.
Okay.
So Belgium won that game handily, but the United States important players were not playing. That was more of the tryouts for the guys that are a little further down the roster who is going to be the guys filling out the bench. So wouldn't look at that. But De Bruyne is 35. Lukaku is also 33. The United States will outrun and I think outwork Belgium tonight. It comes down to me, again, as I said, can the United States midfield assert their will over this game? Because the United States, based on performances thus far, they've had one of the best midfields in this entire World Cup.
Should be entertaining. Be a big one. Well, how long has it been since they advanced? Would it be, have they ever been to this next round?
Not in the modern era. Because the closest they got was they won a game. Oh, yes, no, they made it to the final 8, and was that 2002?
Is that when it was? I know it's been some time.
I think it was 2002 because they beat Mexico and then they lost. It wasn't 2002. Let's see here. I have this pulled up. So 16 is the best that they have gotten in the modern era, which is essentially 1990 on, whenever the United States has actually been a player in soccer. In 1990, they were eliminated in the group stage. In 94, Brazil eliminated them in the round of 16. In 1998, group stage elimination. In 2002, oh no, they did make Germany got the United States in 2002. They beat Mexico in the round of 16, and then in the round of 8, the quarterfinal, Germany beat them pretty handily. United States had an opportunity in that one, just could not get a goal
Couldn't
across the
close it
line
down.
late. I think Germany was even down to 10 men. 2006, eliminated in the group stage. 2010, eliminated by Ghana in the round of 16. 2014, eliminated by Belgium in the round of 16. And then 2022, eliminated by the Dutch, the Netherlands in the round of 16.
Okay. Change that tonight, hopefully as well. Boy, a few minutes left. Coming up tomorrow, we have Robin Washit talking Husker hoops with Robin Washit. Recruiting, Brian Munson. Tomorrow, big decision coming today. We mentioned Khalil Taylor. What that means for Nebraska if he chooses Nebraska. Obviously, some World Cup talk tomorrow. Whole lot of stuff. Also, by the way, did you guys see Patrick Harrington yesterday? Men's Senior Open? Men's Senior U.S. Open? He repeated. He's the first 3-time winner as well. He became the fourth golfer to defend his U.S. Senior Open title. He shot 66 to win by 4 strokes, but it's his 3rd time winning the U.S. Senior Open.
One of the more divisive golfers out there,
Yeah.
Michael Block. Was that his U.S. Senior Open debut, I believe?
Yeah, it was.
Finished 31st, 3 over par.
Sure. This is one that obviously had some other guys in there. But they get that second stage of life of golf, and they just start dominating. You look at guys like Stuart Sink, Bernard Longer. My goodness. He's been really good on that side, but now you got Harrington doing Harrington stuff. Again, like I said, Brian Munson tomorrow, Rob Washington tomorrow, World Cup, and a whole lot more that we got in front of us. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on a Monday. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Catch you on a Tuesday.